Luke on Shaman TV, joined by Christensen. So 0-0 draw in our first pre-season friendly. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, thrilling 0-0 draw, I think we'd describe it as. No, it was a good run out. I thought it was competitive. I think credit to Glossop, they gave it everything and they worked really hard, and hopefully they're satisfied with the night's work. We certainly are. You know, the lads have gone out, and what we wanted to do was make sure we saw some of the evidence of what we've done in training in the last week. So some of that is fitness related, some of it's around our out of possession work high up the pitch, and we saw evidence of that. So yeah, good night's work. And I'd like to have seen a bit more goalmouth action, but you know, it's difficult. Surface is a bit bobbly, and you know, more often than not when you've got the ball, the opposition in these types of games have got most of their players behind the ball and they've got themselves in shape, so it's never easy to create lots of goalmouth action. But all in all, you know, it was a satisfactory night.
As you mentioned, a lack of really too many clear-cut chances, but certainly some promising build-up play in there.
Yeah, some promising build-up play. I thought some of the connections with the wide players, the wing-backs and attackers was decent. We had some good combinations in the first half, and in the second half you saw little combinations between Angelo and Ryan Galvin in particular, which I thought was quite exciting. I think some players held on to the ball a bit too long when we got into the final third, and you know, it's we've got to remember it's a team game and make sure that the players are aware that they're here for the team and not for themselves. So, but other than that, you know, there was some interesting play in the final third. It's just a shame we didn't make more out of it in terms of goalmouth action.
Of course, on the flip side, though, not too much really defending to do, although Sam Johnson getting his first penalty save in the season nice and early.
Yeah, we said at half time it was unfair of him to give the lad the penalty just so he could save it, it felt like, but that's what Sam does. I can't remember who it was on the bench. It might have been Jack Drury who mentioned it. He said, you know, that's what Sam Johnson does. He saves penalties. So yeah, pleasing that. And then, you know, we have restricted them. And listen, they were game, they were athletic, they were 100 mile an hour. They've got young Harry Freedman who was at Halifax when we first came to the club, and we know how lively he is. So I think we've done well, especially when you think that the 11's a mixture of established lads with some new lads, with one or two trialists mixed into the group, so it's never going to be quite as smooth and as slick as you would like in possession. But what we can do is be really sort of clear on our out of possession work, and I think we were tonight.
Of course, as you mentioned, pre-season it's not all about the results, and certainly against a side who are a couple of weeks ahead in their preparation, having already played 2 friendlies.
Yeah, I think they've been in a little bit longer than us. They've had 2 competitive games, but listen, we want to win every game, and you know, I'd be lying if I said that the result didn't matter, because the results always matter. You know, we want to win every game, and we want to be the type of team that go out to win every game. And I think we've done one side of the game really effectively tonight, and that's the out of possession side of the game. We've had some good passages of play in possession, but like we've touched on, not really sort of created as much as we would have wanted. But there are reasons behind that. They're a new group of players, and we've not done any work on that on the training ground. So we've got a little bit to do on that, but most of what we did tonight we're pleased with.
Of course, up next, another away friendly, and this time it's Farsley Celtic.
Yeah, and I would expect similar sort of opposition. I think they'll be up for it. I think they'll be after us when we've got the ball. They'll try and press us high and get after it and win it back early, and we'll compete for every long ball and every 50-50. So, you know, it'll be more of the same, and I'm sure the surface will be a similar type of surface in the sense that it'll have a decent covering of grass on, but it may be a bit lively when we're moving the ball about. So, similar type of challenge, and you know, there's things we can build on that we've done well tonight, and things we can start to look to implement a little bit more when we come up against Farsley.
Thank you.
Cheers, Luke.